Hey grade 11s, what's up? Mr. Martins here. Welcome to week 6. The count just gets higher and higher. Can you believe that this weekend coming up is the long weekend in May? I mean, what a crazy time we live in, right? I mean, long weekends just don't mean anything anymore to us, do they? But we're still plugging away, and hopefully you are too at home, keeping up with all of your schoolwork, including my course. So in week 6, guys, we are going to look at strings a bit closer, and we're going to make it sort of a applied strings week where we're going to actually just write some programs using strings. So if you recall last week, in week 5, one of your assignments was to do this string worksheet with me. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, make sure you go back and fill this out, download it as a PDF, and hand it in as an assignment. The purpose of this was, of course, just to get you guys familiar with strings and get to know all the different things you can do with strings. But we didn't really write any useful programs, so that's what this week is all about. So the first part of this week, guys, is a series of console programs, and guess what? I'm giving you the solutions right here. Okay, but I just want to go over really quickly what these 3 string console programs are, and then we're going to get to the main event of today. So the first program is called Vowel Counter. And the code is all there. You can just copy it out and save it. And basically the way it's supposed to work is you enter a sentence. So I went to the store today, right? And then it'll count how many vowels are in the sentence, right? So a vowel being an A, E, I, O, or U. So in this particular case, there's 8, all right? That's your first little program. The second warm-up program is called the phone number format. That's hard to say. Where you just enter like a 10-digit phone number, without dashes or brackets or anything like that, but then it will format it for you to include the brackets and the dashes. It's kind of hard. Let me just make that a full screen so you can see that a little bit better. All right, so here you can see it a bit more up close. Of course, you have this that you can look on your own as well. And the third program is just a simple search and replace program where you type in a phrase like today is the best day. You're going to search for the word day, replace it in this case with the word night, and then it's going to say tonight is the best night. Okay, so you can do a search and replace. When you test it out, you can test it out with just single letters or words or a couple words and phrases. It should work for all of those. All right, so these 3 programs, guys, basically go through a lot of what I covered last week. Okay, so we're just putting it to use, and we are trying to make some useful applications out of that. All right, so by the time you're done that, your week 6, which by the way should be user ID week 6, should have these 3 done. All right, so these are all just console programs that you can start and copy along and finish on your own. All right, so I'm not going to video myself doing them because I provided you the code there. Just want you to copy it out. Obviously, try to make sense of the code as you go through it, and you shouldn't have any problems if you just copy exactly what you see there. But of course, if there is, even if it's working, guys, and you have questions after writing it out, like why does that work the way it does? You can also ask me those kinds of questions. So it's not just about asking me for help if things aren't working. Even if they are working and I've given you code, don't understand it, then go ahead, ask me, and I can explain it a bit further. Okay. You can also look at last week's string worksheet to refresh your memory on how strings work, and that will also give you, you know, sort of some more background on how this code actually does what it does. All right. So now for the main event, we're going to do a PApplet this week as well, and it's going to be the game of Hangman, also known as Wheel of Fortune. So you guys are familiar with this game because you know, it's basically just a word that you try to pick the letters out of, and as you pick correct letters, they will reveal themselves in the solution until you either run out of tries or you guess the word. Now, I didn't take this as far as to draw body parts of an actual hangman. We're just going to use like a tries counter that starts at 6 because that's basically how many body parts you have in the game of hangman anyway. And count down to 0. If you get to 0 tries and you haven't guessed it yet, then the game's over and you've basically hung yourself. All right, so to get this started, we're going to create a new class in addition to the other 3 we've got here. So do these first, maybe pause the video, or do them after, doesn't matter to me, but you know, just make sure you have these done as well. So my new class, I'm going to call it Hangman, and we're going to code along this one together. Okay, now this is going to be a PApplet. So in week 6, guys, I copied forward the PApplet template that we've been using for the last several weeks at home, and this is the updated one that works a bit better with BlueJ, but you can also use it for NetBeans because I know some of you are still NetBeans users out there, and that's totally cool with me as well. Alright, so I'm going to go into Hangman with that copied template. I'm just going to paste over top of this. Okay, and of course we have to give it a class name, so we're going to match it with the name of the class that we gave at the beginning, so Hangman. And then the other place you got to go, guys, is down here at the bottom where you say Hangman .class.get name. Alright, and always good to compile it. Obviously I did something wrong here. Okay, I guess I erased a brace by accident. Let me try that again. Good, no syntax errors. Alright, so I'm just going to run this really quick, and just to make sure my PApplet pops up. And there it is, so I'm all set to go. So I think, guys, with this, rather than doing one long video, I'm going to stop it here, and we'll call this the startup video, and then in part 2 we'll start to actually build the Hangman. So we'll see you back for video 2 shortly.